I'm Peter Cook, back here on Capitol Hill with the man responsible for finding the Democratic votes for this debt ceiling deal, the House Minority Whip, Steny Hoyer of Maryland. First of all, thank you for the time. I appreciate you joining us. I know it's been a lot of negotiating the last couple of weeks. Give me your own impression of this deal. We've heard some Democratic criticism. Where's Steny Hoyer on this?
I think we missed a wonderful opportunity to make what almost every Democratic leader wanted, and that was a big deal. Consistent with what Bowles Simpson, the Gang of Six, and others recommended to get us on a long-term path. Debt default is not an option. So we're confronted with an agreement that does some things we don't like, does some things that we think are okay. The Republicans probably in the same place on that. I think the Republicans are going to have to offer a very substantial number of votes in the House of Representatives if they're going to get this thing passed. It is them.
Tell me what very substantial number of votes means.
Well, they're going to certainly have to have well over a majority of their people, in my opinion.
So at least 121 people.
At least 121 people. I haven't talked to anybody on the Republican side yet. I haven't talked to Mr. Boehner or Mr. Cantor or Mr. McCarthy to see where they think they are. But we're going to meet with our caucus at 12 o'clock. There's a lot of disappointment that this is not a balanced deal, that this does not have a revenue component, asking the best off in America to help our country get out of this hole, and too much expectation that programs that affect the least well-off might be affected. But there are protections in here for Social Security, protections for Medicare beneficiaries, so there is some protection for the most vulnerable, which I think our Democrats will appreciate. But the fact that it's not a balanced package is a missed opportunity.
Do you think there's a risk here that this does not clear the House of Representatives, given some of the criticism from Democrats and given the challenges Speaker Boehner faces in his own conference?
We'll see what Mr. Boehner does. He raised the defense issue last night, which was a balanced, that's part of the balanced package of domestic and defense cuts in the event that the committee can't come to a conclusion that's adopted by the Congress. But we'll see what he does. On our side, as I say, we're going to meet at 12, see what they think. But nobody, and I stress nobody, wants to see America default. And the fact that we've been driven to this last minute, 11th hour, with an unwillingness on the other side to compromise is unfortunate, but we don't want to look back, we want to look forward. I think now is the time to act, and so we'll be talking to our members to see how they feel.
What's your message to your members on the issue of tax revenue? Because the president suggested last night this super committee will still have the opportunity to consider tax increases, tax revenue down the road, yet Republicans are selling this. No, that's not really the case. There are no tax increases in here.
Well, there are no tax increases in here. That's correct. But the committee does have the option of considering tax reform, revenue enhancements, elimination of loopholes for manufacturers that manufacture airplanes or consumers who got a lot of money that are taking tax breaks, and loopholes for oil companies. So those are on the table, and I would hope that they would pursue that, because every bipartisan commission with bipartisan support has said in order to solve the problem that confronts us, you need a balanced package. You need cuts in spending, you need to bring the deficit down, but you also need revenues. We're now collecting revenues at the rate of 15%, spending at 24%. Obviously, that doesn't work. We've got to bring those into balance.
What's your message to your caucus members today who look at this situation, and we saw it in Raul Grijalva's statement, the congressman from Arizona, suggesting Democrats, the White House here, you've got the Senate, you've got the White House, you gave away the store here.
Well, I don't think we gave away the store, but I think we did protect some of the things that we wanted to protect. First of all, we got a long-term solution. We're going to go to 2013, so we depoliticize this fight, which destabilizes our economy, has undercut the job creation, and in my opinion has not been a responsible way to go forward. So we're going to go to 2013 with this deal. Secondly, we protected Social Security. We protected Medicare beneficiaries. Those were big gets for the Democrats, but we didn't get the balanced package we were looking for. We didn't get the long-term solution that we were looking for. We did in the sequester, which will result if the committee cannot come to an agreement with which the Congress will agree. We did balance spending cuts on defense and on domestic discretionary spending, which will mean that both parties will have incentives to reach agreement.
Let me ask you one final question. You're a Democrat, but I want you to put yourself in John Boehner's shoes. Is his job on the line with this vote?
I don't know that his job is on the line. What is on the line is the creditworthiness of the United States of America and the welfare of the American people. And I would hope that John Boehner's party, which has frankly said my way or no way to this point in time, would see that, frankly, this deal, they got a lot in this deal. They didn't get everything they wanted, but it's time for us to move forward.
All right. Steny Hoyer, he's the minority whip in the House, could have a vote as soon as today on this debt ceiling.